16 rounds for the price of 1. What a trade. What a streak.
Yeah. All right, we do move on to Nuke, however. And like I was saying, it is more of a 50-50 map. No matter how well you think you are prepared on a map like Nuke, well, it can still go the way of the opposite team. And right now, Vice taking down 2 towards ramp. It will be Cooper as well as Food falling as Modem finally trades this one out. Cloud9 find themselves in a 4-on-3.
Yeah, that's a tough spot for United with Automatic being so wounded. Man, he's still able to get another kill for 1 HP. Not too shabby. The bomb's been left back. They'll have to go back and retrieve that, Modem and Markey. But the defense doesn't seem to be too keen on being aggressive at that point. So Golden, Cajun, and Rush just chill out where they stand, and they'll still allow eUnited to continue to take pace. The bomb's actually up on top of the boxes. They'll be able to pick that one up and still move on ahead. So they own ramp room right now. They're hoping that somebody from Cloud9 actually steps forward and looks at the devastation that was left towards ramp room. But eUnited now make the decision to come right on back and look at Cajun B's spot.
Great spot.
Back hauls, and that should be a surprise to just about anybody.
They may clear this one out, but Rush is in a good position as well here, Dallas, where he can get involved in it. And there it is. Modem makes a little bit of contact. Rush now will be peeking out. Doesn't spot anybody, however, so that's going to be a nice kill going the way of eUnited.
They've just barely turned the corner, but they're not fast enough. Rush has the first. He chokes on the shot. He's got the second, though, but it is traded.
1v1.
1v1 with 24 seconds. Golden in the vents right now as Markey diligently just checks his angles, clears everything out, but the longer he waits, the more his hand and the more confidence that Golden will be able to take up the vents. The bomb's planted, and Markey's a man on the run. He'll throw an aggressive pop flash. No, it's a smoke or a decoy, actually. But Golden just stands true, looks downrange, and dials in the shot for a Cloud9 pistol round.
Markey had the opportunity there to get out of hut and actually move himself back in towards the lobby and play that a little bit more passive, but he's going to stick himself in that hut area, and that's going to allow Golden now to actually take that fight. You saw Markey drop that decoy and try and fake Golden out, but he doesn't waver from that. He's going to be able to actually pick up that frag and move Cloud9 onto their first round. However, eUnited, well, a little bit of a Superman buy coming out from them, as we're going to see a couple AKs, well, 1 AK hit the field, and SG, as well as some scouts.
SG hits the field. That's 2
Two
SGs hit the field. This
that.
is a damn fine buy from eUnited. They got a lot of kills. They got a bomb plant in the round. They got the reward. They're looking to make this expensive. Oh no,
nice
Automatic has the first shot, first kill. The scouts are starting to get a little bit rare on the field. Markey will trade that back, so it was a scout for scout, but look at all the damage that's been dealt, including to Vanity, who just receives a high explosive grenade over towards the trophies.
That's going to soften him up quite a bit. Markey down to 31, Vanity down to 17. Vanity's looking for something towards ramp, where Vice is playing on top of this ramp box. A great angle out of him. We are going to see Golden playing towards these secret stairs. Does he want this frag? It does look like he'll be peering on up towards these stairs.
These are some pretty advanced positions from Cloud9. On the map, they're in this convex position, and that's mostly what we're looking at here outside is being in secret stairs and being in mini. So those two players, that being Golden and Cajun B, can work off of one another. But right now, eUnited are instead heading towards the other dynamic duo. It's going to be Vice that's in ramp room, but Rush, that's they're separated by the wall that's in there. So Rush is up on top of the hut. This is really a 1-in-1 if they're able to make this.
Yeah, Cajun B on the other end of hut as well. Golden makes the first contact. Cajun B comes in, gets one of his own. A second for Cajun B on the round, and now the aggressive ramp play from Vice is going to be able to take down Vanity and Cloud9. Move on to their second, and like you just said, upgrades.
They're upgrading 2 of those SMGs for Kriegs. How dangerous are those? They all go on steroids, so you get the one-hit capability with that as well. It's not as comfortable as the AUG is when it comes to the spray pattern, but they'll still be more than happy to take those weapons away from the hands.
eUnited thought they were going to be able to catch somebody off here, but Golden was just trained on that squeaky door, and especially with Cajun B above, just sitting on that hut looking down, pretty much impossible for eUnited to get any of those frags, and what a nade. Just lands in Food's pocket. He's down to 8 HP as Markey does fall. Food falls, and Golden's having a field day with this weapon.
Tap, tap, tap away. Looking for the next one as well. He's taking some damage. Give him a 4K. All headshots so far at a distance, though, and they are anti-eco kills, but no big deal. Cajun B gets the kill, and then last standing Modem, so they've earned a little bit of cash from the SMG. Golden, though, made a field day out there.
Yeah, very nice round coming out of Cloud9, but we are going to move into a gun round yet again for the eUnited side. Looking at it, they won't have an AWP in play just yet. It looks like eUnited looking to play a little bit faster, going to be opting for those rifles in their hands. Let's see how they approach this round. Maybe some outside smokes to get themselves down secret. Does look like they're lining up for that as we speak, so yeah. Looks like eUnited maybe trying to sneak down towards that secret area.
Delayed smokes for the secret stairs here. You see Golden through the Molotov to try and interrupt those smokes coming down. A second molly comes down as well. But the smokes are still so late on this.
Oh, no.
It still hits it. It was so late, still well played. I mean, they're way off the mark. That
Molotov,
that's a gap.
Yeah, that is.
That's a gap and a half. I mean, that's a full smoke in the middle. Wouldn't still plug up that hole. Vanity does know that Golden's back there. His grenade, though, is off the mark. And what we've seen so far from Cloud9, they really hold that mini position, and that'll be their pivot man that supports both the inner site and the players that are outside in the garage or the secret stairs.
What's wild about this is Cloud9 haven't gotten a kill off of this until now. Rush and Golden able to take down Food and Vanity as Marky moves onto the floor. KHB does take down Modem, and Cooper, well, he's going to find the trade. Golden once again with another frag as well. Cooper left in a 1v2.
He's got the bomb. He's going to make a beeline to the B site, and falling back as he may, he'll drop a Molotov. Automatic.
Quite
hot.
A bit of damage.
Really hot. It's a lot of damage. Automatic as well. Oh, now he's just sniffed it out. Recognized that it was a fake plant, pumped the brakes, and that allowed Vice to come from the ramp rune and catch him. So Cloud9, 4 rounds on their start for their CT side. Not too shabby as well, and it looks like it's going to rain even more. eUnited are onto a half buy right now.
Can you boost me in search so you can say
Okay, looks like people are talking about being boosted.
Cooper wanted boosted.
Okay, I think he's going to be looking for the boost towards the T side just before you peek outside. He's most likely going to be looking for a boost onto that box. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen here. You see Marky just crouch right now. Oh, it's actually Food that does it. There it is. Cooper on top of the box now. Not able to see anything, however. Does look like Cloud9 taking the passive approach as Marky has made his way down towards Secret, but he is spotted by KHB.
Yeah, that mini position from Cloud9, there's been a couple players that have filled that role. This time KHB is there, but that is kind of a bane of the existence from eUnited. They have to be able to clear out mini a little bit more efficiently. They've got the first and the second kill. That was Vanity that was just willy-nilly sprinting down through the lower halls, picks up a kill. Vice has now come down below as well to try and plug up this leak, as now it's a 4-3 man advantage for eUnited, and Vanity has chest armor to play with as well with that AUG.
This is where it gets scary now. Vanity's moving up towards this ramp room. I do imagine he's going to be heading towards under ladder, and he might be able to pick off automatic. If he's able to do that, that's going to leave that whole inner bomb site open for business, I do believe.
Well, automatic's looking up. So
this might work.
Senses something's wrong. There's the field of view. Vanity's got the kill. Now he'll go take heaven. Rush is in the ninja box position, looking for kills, but at a distance, it's a tough spot. Cooper just settles himself down. It looked like he wanted his sidearm for a split second, but Vice is left alone. Man, would this be a round for eUnited to be able to take away from their opponents? Vice up. Hasn't spotted the first. That was up on top of the
Gets caught throwing a nade, however,
yeah, that's just unfortunate. It was a tough spot to be in anyways, but still, man, Cooper, it's unfortunate, though, he's got still a scout. There was an attempted rifle to be thrown down to him from on top of the hut, but it didn't get there in time. He'll buy an AWP anyway. No big deal.
Yeah, that whole round looked a little bit disconnected for the Cloud9 side as Cooper is able to take down a rotating Golden, as well as Vanity now slipping through the vents, able to take down Cajun B. Automatic gets timinged. Very rough round for Cloud9 to fall in.
Yeah, it really was. And it was just eUnited had their running shoes on. They sprinted out of the gates and able to get down in the secret halls and get down into the vents and catch some players off guard, which caused Cloud9 to start to rotate quickly down there. And when you rotate quickly like that, it's difficult, especially on a map like Nuke, to communicate of, well, I'm going to rotate through ramp room. I'm going to rotate through vents. Well, I'm going to go down through secret stairs. There's a lot more approaches for Cloud9 to take, and sometimes you end up singling yourself
especially
out.
When you're a side like Cloud9 that doesn't really prefer Nuke as one of their maps, right? Those are one of the issues that most teams run into on a map like Nuke, is the fact that they're not able to get those rotations down as smoothly as they would like, and it costs them in rounds like this where you think that the CTs will have a clean opening, but all of a sudden a couple pistols change the idea of all of that.
And to boot at that, eUnited decided to collect themselves and go for the upper site, so you caught a bunch of players that are out of position. Cloud9 are into rifles, though, and Automatic has popped off his first shot, alerting eUnited that there is some heavy caliber weapons out and about floating around. Some smokes come down, I believe. They'll even throw a Molotov into the secret stairs, and Automatic had already backed off of that spot, so he wasn't directly. It's a really shallow angle. So they've smoked off this angle. That's Mini that they've struggled with, and they continue to struggle with. Cajun flirting on the edge of the smoke, gets himself 2, and Automatic gets 2 as well out there on that narrow, thin angle through the locker rooms. Modem is in a 1v5, would need to be able to get to this bomb, but the smoke fades, and suddenly it's open season.
Yeah, very clean round out of Cloud9. They're essentially stopping that eUnited outside to inner rush as soon as it began. Tim, Automatic there, you were talking about that nice little angle towards the lockers area, and yeah, that was great, as well as Cajun playing on the edge of this smoke here that eUnited actually end up flubbing. That gives the opportunity for Cajun just to edge himself out that much, and it actually catches both of those eUnited players off guard.
So it's another smoke that you mentioned that. We've seen the secret stair smokes get whiffed. The one that went on the far side especially. Now we've seen a decent gap, to be worked with in Mini as well. So eUnited are a bit off the mark when it comes to their utility usage on this map compared to at least a map like Inferno is a lot easier, I think, to line up your utility. And there's a lot more opportunities for Cloud9 to interrupt that utility. Get the Molotovs down here, C for the secret stairs to stop those smokes from landing in the correct positions as well.
Let's see what is going on towards the side of eUnited right now. It does look like they've taken lobby control. They're not fearing that as Food does get tagged towards that lobby. That's going to slow eUnited down just a little bit. They haven't actually made anybody down towards that secret area. Marky with a little bit of contact from that red box. Not much going on from the eUnited camp.
They can't deal with Mini right now. Cloud9 are able to pivot off Mini so well, and eUnited just cannot dig those players out good enough. I mean, it's costing them at least 2 bodies to be able to take Mini. And when they do, then you've got your trades that are looking at after the fact. Golden outside, Tappa, 2-shot bursts, but he's 1-tapped in return from Vanity instead. Still, though, a 2-to-1 odds right now for Cloud9 as they hold 4 players still alive.
Yep.
And eUnited have the bomb outside while Cooper has finally taken Mini. He's taken another kill, too.
Yeah, it's a very nice kill coming up from Cooper. That's going to allow the player towards Squeaky or Vanity to inch his way out. He doesn't have a Molotov or smoke, so Cajun is going to be safe here in this spot for the moment. As well as a rotation has come in onto the ground, I do believe, from Automatic, as Vice makes his way towards outside and he's able to take down Cooper.
Run, Vanity, run. He'll get to this site, but he won't have too much time to think about how differently he wants to plant it. He plants it on the wide side. If Cajun doesn't get him, he's dead from the ramp anyways. So they made $800. There you go. But eUnited are going to have to start putting rounds on the board as we just passed the first quarter.
Yeah, the good thing about Nuke is it is heavily CT-sided. So if you're on the eUnited team, you're looking at 4 more rounds. You hit that 10-to-5 round mark. You got to be happy with that. Although you're right. eUnited do need to start getting themselves involved now. We're passing that middle point of this first half, and for eUnited to only have 1 round on the board thus far, it's just making their second half that much harder. So this is the moment where they're going to need to start putting a second, third, fourth round up.
I've seen a team come back from a 7-1 deficit not more than 45 minutes ago. From eUnited, you know, they can do a big deficit. They're going to run right towards ramp room. Vice will get the first kill and start to fall off. Cajun even though he dies to that, he does 50 damage to both Food and Vanity, and that keeps Cloud9 in the running. Your defenders still having even strength right now, and eUnited stopped immediately and instead rebounded back, hoping to catch somebody from Cloud9 that was looking to encapsulate them by wrapping around themselves back through the lobby. Nobody's home.
In this position, eUnited have taken ramp, but they haven't really accomplished too much from that point on. You're going to see Cooper now watching towards that lobby as Food gets pop flash to check under ladder. Golden, lovely timing out of him, able to take down Food. We're into a 3-on-4 right now, as it looks to be eUnited towards the inner bomb site.
And Vice is right next to the vents, gets the 2-tap against Cooper, and it's not looking too pretty for eUnited now, as the site's still smoked off. Vice, as a matter of fact, is pushing into lobby.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, he's removing territory from these 2 players, and they're both stacked up waiting for this smoke to fade. and they would approach into this A site where just about every gun would be pointed
Yeah.
here. Oh, Rush, the timing. He looks
This
away.
timing.
That allows them both out. What a grace.
Wow.
eUnited get into the site. They still have a problem to deal with. Golden's up top. 2-tap against Vanity. Now it's all up to Modem. He tracks the hammer down on the first of Golden. 1v2 now, and he's looking to take the fight. There's no sense in standing idly by and allowing your CTs to have the mobility. He throws a flashbang against the wall, and he still stays in the site rather than tucking inside. He stays and tries to stand tall and make himself a hero. Instead, he will die. At least it's another $800 for eUnited. They can continue to buy some rifles.
Very scary round there for Cloud9 as Rush essentially getting timing there by the eUnited players moving out towards that hut. And then you were mentioning Modem there, standing and fighting. I loved the idea that he had, throwing the flash towards top rafters and peeking out. But Automatic is able to get on top of the hut, actually tuck himself in and stay alive, not push up, and that would have been what allowed Modem to get that frag and go into a passive mode. Not able to do that, however, Cloud9 able to get their 7th on the board.
Let's be real, though. It was the
Let's be
timing.
real.
The timing from eUnited to get into that site
Was even the reason they had that
that was
opportunity.
the only
Yeah.
chance they had
Yeah.
in there. And I thought he almost pulled off a 1v3 clutch. Modem can do that, and it'd be amazing for him to be able to come to the stage like this and be able to do something like that as a stand-in. Right now, though, 7-1, just as it was on map 1. And eUnited, if they are to replicate what they had done in the last one, verbatim, word for word, that'd be something else.
If there's any a moment to do it, it is now. eUnited right now getting ready for those outside smokes. Doesn't look like anything's exactly going to go down right this second, but I do imagine they'll be coming in momentarily as they're looking to get ready to cross towards lower bomb site.
See, there's the smokes.
There you
Okay.
go. No Molotov this
yeah,
time.
and no
No gaps either.
Yeah, someone went to the gym earlier and threw that one smoke that went super far into the garage. Lands on target, and grenade chip damage. It's going to be a split push from eUnited, it looks like, as they try to pressure both avenues into the lower site from ramp all the way to the other side of town into the secret stairs. Secret stairs a lot easier to get into. Vice now defending the ramp room, throws a well-timed flashbang. He peeks and peers, he spots one, and he's doing good damage here as well. Does not convert a kill. Now the eUnited's approach down into the lower site should be all but sealed. You do see Cloud9 starting to rotate, actually gambling a rotation down into the lower halls.
Automatic is playing from that control room. Not really much going on for him as Cajun Beat does take down Vanity. Automatic's able to take down Marky from behind him. Not able to pick up Cooper in that control, though. We are into a 3-on-2 with eUnited moving towards this lower site.
Molly's over the mark, though,
Nice
and
shot from
Modem
Rush.
catches one in the ear, and then Rush finishes the job. It's a 2v2. Still plenty of time on the board to do all you want to do. But the Molotov actually forces both players into the site, whether they want to or not. They have to come back and get the bomb out of Golden's hands. Right now he's camped out on it, and it looks like they'll try and take a control room approach.
This is huge.
I would love to see a grenade come down, maybe blow open those doors so that Golden can't just trust that the doors are closed. They take the fight anyway. They win it, and 7-2 now. eUnited have scratched up their second.
That actually got very scary for eUnited as Golden Molotovs off that bomb. eUnited closed the door, and you were mentioning the fact that you would have liked to seen something to create a little bit more of a confusion within Golden there if the door had gotten blown open. But Golden plays that very well. I actually thought he was going to have the opportunity to take down Food and reset himself once more, but Food is able to hit a great shot towards that control window to give eUnited their second.
Man, how fast this has become. I mean, the Cloud9 suddenly they lose that one round, and they're
Now all of a sudden the money's rough.
pistol
Yeah.
off. So this is peculiar. I almost have to question if this was an intentional buy for the op, straight up. Because, I mean, it doesn't look like anybody else is willing more than a couple $100 from a CZ and a
Essentially,
P250.
in the position that Cloud9 is right now, they realize that, hey, if we do start falling in the round, Automatic isn't going to be going for this. So what'll happen is if Cloud9 lose a couple more members, you're going to see Automatic move into such a passive position that you can almost guarantee that he's going to save that op going into next round. The idea for the start of the round was actually have Automatic pick up a few kills and throw them into the man advantage situation.
Well, in the long run, sure, you can have an idea of what you want to do here, but in the long run, hold on a second. Rush got a kill here and there. 2 kills are up there now. Automatic has shown that he has damage capable They're actually up on top of the site right now. The Molotov forces them wide around the corner, closer towards Mini, and this is going to be point blank. Modem in from behind, has the first and looks for Automatic as second. He's actually downgraded to the AK. It's a better spot for him to be able to clutch a 1v3 out, but the bomb begins to tick. Automatic going up top though, and suddenly Cooper's going to Goomba stomp him top down. eUnited pick up that round, so now you got to think of, I have to look at the opposite of the silver lining. Yeah, they got some kills. They bought an op. They spent all that money on an op. In a player like Automatic's hands, yeah, I don't think it was all worth it. Now his money is separated from the rest of the
That's
teams.
why you saw Automatic starting to head back up the vent, because he was like, hey, you know what? I need to go back for my AWP. I need to go save it. Wyzon Cooper there to stay above the vent and wait, able to keep that out of Automatic's hands. And instead, what we're going to see is actually Automatic drop a Mag 7 towards Golden, and Golden send over the AUG to Automatic.
Yep.
That's a good team player right there.
That's a good team play. And this is a map that you can really get away with a Mag 7. And Mag 7 plays really well, but look how fast this play is. eUnited is actually anticipating an eco round from Cloud9. It is a surprise. We saw the Mag 10 running in, and they've got a good position. Cloud9 do to strike into this A site. 2 shots for Automatic, and the bomb has been dropped. How quickly the cookie crumbles for eUnited. Cloud9 having control of Heaven, and you saw Automatic was like, well, I don't want to double up in Heaven. I'm going to squeak out around the rafters and get an extra angle into the site.
That's what really concerned me there for eUnited, was the fact that they weren't really concentrating on that Heaven area. Look how far out these Cloud9 members actually get into the site, and there's that final kill of Golden flying up the vent. But they should not have been allowed to do that. Even if you're eUnited in that position, take your time, right? Make sure that you're safe enough to plant. Make sure you've held back the CTs.
Yeah.
But they move very quickly, and Cloud9 makes them punishes them just so well for it.
Yeah, eUnited, they had to have thought that it was an eco round. They ran in there with a Mac 10, super fast, really fast plays into that A site, and suddenly it's like, oh goodness, they have rifles. Super dangerous. They've already pushed down into the lower ramp. Automatic has one, and he was trying to bring it back towards Cooper, but he wasn't going to get there in time. Man advantage for eUnited. Suddenly they're back into the driver's seat. Your CTs aren't able to get these immediate rotates that we've seen so far. Rush pokes out, and he'll open the decontamination door, but he's going to wait for the rest of his team, Golden and Cajun B, to get in positions before he strikes, unless he wants to sacrifice himself for the greater good.
The spots on eUnited, though. Food in a great position here. Cooper controlling control as well. This is going to be very hard for Cloud9 to win.
Oh, Food.
Does he not see him?
Little slow to react. He looks over there. There's nobody at the bomb. He's actually second-guessing himself. If he took that long to see Cajun B, he's wondering, did I let somebody into the site? Golden's done good damage from a 1v4, but he's run out of clock. He's going to try and fall back from this one. It looks like he will be able to escape. And eUnited are getting closer and closer to that 5-round mark that you said they want to get to.
Yeah, that round brought to you by Cooper's AWP there. Starting off the round with a very quick pick onto Vice there, moving into the lower bomb site, able to take down Automatic as well, all but cementing the round for eUnited at that point, as all the players really need to do is get into that post-plant scenario, get into some nice spots that are going to force Cloud9 to start looking for them, and eUnited pick up their 4th. Closer to that exact 5th round mark that I was speaking about.
Yeah, can you get there? And it's been a little bit of a slugfest. You can see Cloud9 are still trying to get things done. This is another super fast round for eUnited. They've realized that there is a weakness to Cloud9 in the rapid play. The very, very fast play, and Cloud9 haven't been able to stump that. Yeah, and eUnited really have done that 2 or 3 rounds in a row at this point.
Modem with that lurk towards the back of Squeaky Room now, able to take down Vice. Cajun B as well as Rush playing towards this inner bomb site, while we're going to have Automatic, I do believe, playing towards the outer yard.
Look how eUnited, they thrust a really sharp, fast spear into right into the center of mass, and then just stopped. And
what that does is you might get lucky here. You might get an overextending CT. You might get a CT poking and prodding a little bit too far, and that's going to provide you with a very easy kill, just like Automatic right now. He's looking for more info, looking to take advantage. He's able to find Food, but Marky trades him out, keeping the man advantage for the eUnited side.
Yeah, but
now Rush.
They're backing out along. They do not want to take the fight outside, and Cajun B and Rush won't be able to stop any kind of long-term fight. And with 40 seconds still on the clock, eUnited will have access to one side or the other. They definitely want to go down low, I would think. But they don't. Instead, they lose 2, and Rush is now in a 1v2, still only with his little minimal P250. Yeah, if he can catch, there is going to be a window given to him. When this bomb does get planted, there will be an eUnited player that is disarmed.
Yeah, but he's already towards the back of lobby, so I imagine Rush will be going for the save. He's recovered that AWP, so it's not a bad idea of him to actually keep that in his hands.
Hey, found a piece of candy.
A very expensive piece of candy.
Very expensive piece of candy.
A Fabergé egg?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you eat Fabergé eggs?
No, those break your teeth.
Oh.
Unless it's like a
I want to make a chocolate Fabergé egg.
okay, it's gold coated, make it look real, legit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rush will hang on to the op and carry it over into the next round. And we've seen this from eUnited a couple times now that they've just gone and said, okay, let's buy MAC-10s and employ MAC-10s into our strategy of rushing plays. Let's put the MAC-10 at the Vanguard, spearhead it into one of the sites as rapidly as we can, and maybe trade out one or two players.
I love the ideas from eUnited right now. Just the speed that they're bringing, like you mentioned, towards the start of the rounds, and then when they cut noise and they just go into that passive setup, how well they're able to just protect all their angles. You're going to see nobody really overextending. Everybody falls into this pairs, and they're looking for the trade game at that point, and they play it very well.
This was the redeeming aspect. Rush getting 2 kills with his P250.
Yeah.
That kept Cloud9 in the round, and honestly, it secured themselves an AWP that they have carried over into this round. But it's just Pistols again with this. Cloud9 have really been hamstrung. They've just got a cramp in these last couple rounds to at least put up some kind of fight. And they've just been kind of hands tied with Pistols.
Yeah, you're going to see Automatic going for that force by AWP once again. He's got a little bit extra money, but Marky's going to absolutely dominate him as Modem finds 2 towards Hut. This round should be over any moment here as Food takes down Cajun B, and eUnited bring themselves within 1, Dallas, yet again.
That was lucky from Food right there at that last kill of the round 2. I think he jumped into the site, but his head hit the
and just
threshold
got
of the door.
right quick.
Well, then
yep.
his feet hit the ground again, and,
Yep.
and then he was able to stable his aim. So eUnited, they've always come alive towards the latter parts of the first half so far, and if they are able to draw this right back into an 8-7 game, they've had themselves a pretty successful T-side theater. Blasting open the squeaky door again. Molly's flashbangs as well into Mini. They've had trouble with Mini to start out the half, and they've decided just to step by it, get around it, go straight through it, go into the vents. Vice does have a kill through that smoke, but here's Vanity. This is the presence that you have when you get a player so fast into the vents. Suddenly, no ramp room control. Vanity gets them both, but wow. Cloud9, with the Automatic and Vice being able to get 3 kills between the two of them, have really kind of stumped eUnited. They now have to claw their way back on some trade.
Cooper now going for the plant. Cajun B able to spam him down as Cooper taking a very, very scary plants position there and leaves Vanity now in a 1v3 to make this one happen.
Yeah, he can't plant this bomb. He has to take the fight out. They
I
know.
like this.
Yeah, they know that the bomb's down here. Vanity jumps up on top of the boxes, takes his first fight. Nobody's peeking out to trade. And this is smart from Cloud9. He's got 50 seconds to play with. Make him make a mistake.
Oh my goodness, look at this play he's making, Dallas. Up the vents and into the upper site.
It's a race, a mad dash. Golden and Cajun B do recognize what's going on. They've abandoned this B site. And Vanity will be able to get a bomb plant down when I thought there was no chance of it. Instead, he just decides to relocate. And he's going to get a couple 1v1s. Cloud9 almost handed them, and specifically almost handed Vanity that round on a silver platter.
Yeah, you're going to see Cajun B actually peek the Mini without having Golden beside him, and that gives Vandy, like you were saying, another 1v1 opportunity. If he's able to capitalize off that, he's able to move into the hut now, reset the fight for Golden, and who knows what could have happened, but Cloud9 able to pull that one off and get the 9-6 half.
It ends up being a pretty average standard setup on Nuke's first half. 9-6 is not out of the question of the realm of possibility. It's really right there in dead center. As I mean, we'll take a look at a couple of these kills. A couple of the standout performances in my mind would be Cooper. He managed the 13 kills. Marky's right behind him at 12. But we've got the second half coming up shortly for y'all. eUnited, Cloud9. Cloud9 backs against the wall in this setup as eUnited took map 1. Welcome back, Future Pros. First half of Cloud9 versus eUnited Map 2 is concluded, and let's take a look at the ADR that has presented itself. Cajun the only player above the century mark, the 100 mark, and he holds it at 101.8. But still, I mean, eUnited had a pretty good recovery in the second part of the first half.
Definitely, much like Inferno, essentially, and that's what you were saying, Dallas, as we were watching that first match, or the first half. You were saying, okay, yeah, Cloud9 might be up by a big scoreline, Evan, but eUnited can come alive at any moment and just bring themselves right back into the match, and that's what they did. Starting off on CT side now is the eUnited side, with only 6 rounds though. However, picking up this pistol round will put them in that position now to tie this game up, and they're playing CT side Nuke. So it all starts with pistol.
Right now, Cajun is throwing his utility into the upper site through the skylights. Looks like a smoke actually landed up in Heaven. So it's going to be an A strike. Vice will plant the bomb free and clear as long as Heaven is smoked out. The eUnited still having more than a man advantage and then all this health advantage out there as well. Cloud9 are just looking to hang on tight. The smoke fades in Heaven, and all their Cloud9 players are starting to look up and in. Automatic got himself 1, but Vice gets 2. What a difficult position. They actually overlook that it would be still standing at the box or at the silos. Modem's in a 1v2, and he's worried about where the extra player could be. He knows Vice is around this corner, takes the first fight, struggles with it a bit, but still Cajun can just play with the clock. Modem on the bomb, 3 seconds, down to 2 seconds. He turns, but Cajun spots him, still looking into the little diffuser, and Cloud9 take another pistol round. Yeah,
that's a massive pistol round for Cloud9 to take here. Moving on to their T side, a very quick inner hit is what they're going to opt for. And yeah, you were mentioning the fact that Food really just ran out of that Heaven, wasn't looking down into the bomb site, and Cloud9 gets away with a very easy play in that position, a very disadvantaged play as well. Not having the height, they're having to look up towards Heaven, but they're able to pull off the kills as well. So that's a massive blunder from the eUnited team. But they do force buy back, and on a map like Nuke, those force buys, they'll get you wins.
Yep, and where to see this Mac 10? I always want to watch where the Mac 10 is. It's got so many places that can play on this map. Vanity is down into the vent, so he will hold the secret stair side. As Cloud9 are starting to set up that kind of approach, the secret stair smokes come out, and they will start to trickle in. Cooper fires off the shot. They know that they're making that good grenade, too. Oh, man, this Mag 7.
Massive.
This Mag 7 is going to be so
good.
Yeah,
Vanity's in such a position here to pick up some frags.
He's on the off angle, too.
Golden's not checking.
It's going to be a bait and switch. He has the first, looking for the second as well. Extra shot for Vanity. He lines up 3 to his sidearm as well. Vanity is rolling in the cash right now. It's still a 2v2 at the end of the day, though.
Markey.
Yeah, 1 deeg from Markey. Could it be like a perfect timing for him? He did it as well on Inferno. His 1 deegs are just right when they need to be there. Vice now in a 1v2 clutch. He's flirting with Cooper right now at ramp room. Cooper doesn't have to give him the time of day. Vice has to plant this bomb.
Yeah, it's on Vice to make the play now, especially with Marky moving in through those vents. Cooper gets a little bit of contact being made with him towards ramp. That's going to give away Vice's position once again. Now Vice being able to take down Cooper is going to allow him to move towards the upper site where Marky looks towards beating him there.
I like Vice.
Oh, this nade is just going to land right on him.
Touchdown.
Kobe!
Yeah, there it is from Marky. He gets the 1D and then the grenade from downtown to finish off that one.
What timing on that nade.
Right? What timing for Marky in general all over that round. So eUnited do win the force buy, but I mean, sure, we highlight Marky, but we got to think about that Mag 7 down low.
And really, I was surprised that that even came that way because Golden, being the first on the scene, had the opportunity to check that angle. Instead, he chooses to take the fight with the actual player that was baiting for Vanity,
exactly.
And that's what allows Vanity's Mag 7 to shine in a very tough position.
Yeah, I mean, it was a straight-up bait and switch. Here's Vanity again. I'm surprised he actually took the fight. I thought he was going to have trigger discipline on the first against Golden. And I think he actually still had 12 gauge still
once
in the mag.
Once Food started firing off and he wasn't going down, like if Food went down instantaneously there in that position, Vandy probably wouldn't have started firing off. But it was the fact that Food was unable to actually go down, the Cloud9 players not able to drop him instantaneously. Well, you're going to see Vandy start to try to keep his teammate alive, and he gets 3 kills out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. And so much money earned from that too. That's going to have impact in future rounds as that echoes through time. So all that cash influx, and they can still make cash here. UMP has been afforded by Food and Modem, and then Cloud9 as well going for a force buy. They know that they've done damage to eUnited. It'll continue in this back and forth fashion if Cloud9 are able to win this round. But it's really relying on a couple P250s and a Tech 9 in Golden's hands and a little piece of their armor here and there.
Smoke's coming out towards that outer yard. It does look like Cloud9 will be taking advantage of it, hitting very quickly towards lower. A little bit of a Molotov coming out, doing some damage as well to the Cloud9 players, but they are on their way to that lower bomb site.
Yep, free and clear. Modem lets one pass. Now he takes the next fight, but he's got the important one. The bomb's now been dropped, so sure, Cloud9 have taken some territory, and it creates confusion, but the UMPs are getting the good lion's share of the kills. No casualties for eUnited, even though it did get a bit scrappy in there. And it's just a bonus to that. A cherry on top is they've made all the money from the Mag 7. They make all this money with the UMPs as well. They are really floating with how much money they have right now. I would almost anticipate that you would sitting at $3,800 really for most everybody. That would be what you win on the 3 rounds in a row.
That was really the only kill opportunity they had there as the replay comes up. Food and Cajun B there. That fight where Cajun B actually had the advantage on Food coming down the ramp, but Food hits him with a nice little 180 and pops him in the face.
That's what armor does for you.
Yeah.
Or that's what a Glock does to you. It's not really much.
I'm going to go with that's what armor does.
Yeah, it was a little bit of both and both. I mean, the Glock just hit him in the helmet. It was a headshot. Just wasn't enough. It just pissed him off.
BB gun, yeah. Exactly.
This is the last timeout.
As we look at it, eUnited using their last timeout, plenty of rounds to play. That could come to bite them. Now as Cloud9 starts mounting it back, if Cloud9 changes the pace of the game, if they start doing some unorthodox plays onto eUnited, they won't have that opportunity to pause and talk about it. They're going to have to keep going on with this half. However, in this round, well, we're going to see Cloud9 onto what will be, for the most part, a full eco, giving the opportunity for eUnited to keep that momentum in their corner here and roll themselves to a 9th round.
Right, so we talked with Food, or the analysts talked with Food at the break, and eUnited, Food said, hey, we turned that game around because of a timeout. Straight up, 100%. And right now, eUnited, we'll get to that point shortly, but eUnited play aggressive on their CT side, pick off the first kill, but in playing aggressive into the lobby, it does leave a weakness, but it's temporarily patched up by Marky. Oh, but the bomb's been sneakily planted down low.
And Vandy with a little bit of contact right now. Automatic is going to make his way in towards decontamination. We should see a fairly easy eUnited round coming about any moment here. Maybe a couple kills for Cloud9 as silver lining.
Uh-oh, there's a bait here. Oh, but it's just a Glock. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Cajun B has a deagle, though, and right into the faces of
That's two.
There's 2 big kills. Looking for another one as well. Looks like Marky's just going to chill on the door. Heel's been opened up.
Way.
A bonus kill. Bomb is defused, and Cajun B pulls off a miracle. All 5 kills for Cajun B. No survivors for eUnited. They win the round, but still, what happened? He was an unstoppable force. He just said, okay, I'm going to make this deagle right down the stairs to decon.
The only way to break that down is the gods ascended into Cajun B's body, and he just hit every single shot. I think he saw John Wick 3 and wanted to take it under his own belt there.
Exactly right. There are no survivors. Unbelievable from Cajun.
Great effort. Great effort out of him.
That is most certainly going to be one of our Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel power plays of the day.
If he had 5 more, even 3 more seconds, there was a good chance he could have closed that round out.
Yeah. It seemed like the bomb was being defused on a 10-seconder.
It was. It was.
That was a shot and a half. And maybe that's the shot that Cloud9 need to get roaring right back into this half. They did win the pistol round, but since then it's been relatively quiet. They've got themselves AKs and that stolen FAMAS, but I'd rather see Cajun be on the Deagle instead.
Cooper is able to take down Vice. Is Rush trading it out to keep it even at a 4v4 onto Vanity. Marky, well, he's going to find himself a kill onto Golden now, and eUnited find themselves in a 4-on-3.
Yeah, Cajun B's cheeking into the site, just holding this thin angle.
Cheeky.
I mean, he'd be spotted, but man, look at the defensive position back here from Cooper.
Yeah, but he's going to let Rush actually go right by, so that's going to leave Food now and ramp by himself. Rush, he's not going to aim for it, though, just holding up towards this J-Hall now.
Yeah, he's the surprise. Rush is the surprise right here, which could... Rush is calling out that ramp room looks clear. Entirely clear. There's, of course, a box.
Is he going to check this,
Food.
though?
You see, Food's in an atypical
Food
position.
knows. There you go.
Goodness, the timing was just right. But Food wanted to relocate here, and he's going to get caught in transition. He'll get 2 for 1. Great trade for him. That'll leave Automatic into a miracle situation as well. 1v3, and already rotations are coming down while he plants the bomb.
Yeah, that's some good comms from Cooper in that position there. It should be Automatic going down right here, as MOTM does take him down and go on to that defuse. But those were good comms from Cooper in that position, saying, hey, I'm in CT spawn. There's only one angle I can't come and cover you from, and it's going to be that one angle under the ladder. So that's why you're going to see Food just kind of peeking spawn, peeking that J-Hall side, watching his back here and there, and he's able to catch off Rush with some great timing.
These rounds have been expensive for eUnited, though. Even though they're winning them, they are still fragile. As a matter of fact, you've got 1, 2, 3 players that are $1,000 or less for eUnited side. So it's really only going to take 1 round for Cloud9 to come right back into the driver's seat as they fight for this one. They themselves have a relatively good buy. Their utility does suffer a bit, but it might be faster. I'm seeing flashbangs being let out to around the red box. Cooper's not in a position to be able to catch the first player around this corner, and he sees the secret stairs smokes come down. So this is just run-of-the-mill standard course of action. Oh, that's an unfortunate molly, though, the air bursts.
Yeah, Cooper throws that a little bit too high. It's actually not going to hit the ground. It will explode before getting there, as Food will be the sole member to defend ramp.
Great flashbang. Food will hold at mouse 1 for a second, delays his push in. He falls back, but Cooper gives him a little bit of help. A Molotov stops Cooper from getting any more support, and Food will fall. Vanity dies out there as well, and Cooper still knocking on the back door. Takes 2 players. Oh, but he's overstepped his bounds. How does he find another kill? It's 2v2 right now, all to Cooper, and Marky is as well going to try and take the same route that Cloud9 took down in the lower site.
That was lovely from Cooper. Really picking up that third frag is what's keeping eUnited in this round. As Marky comes around this ramp corner here, waiting on Golden, waiting on anything he might be able to find. Rush has made his way on towards that lower catwalk.
It's 2 1v1s.
And it will be Marky falling now. Golden does take him down. It's onto Modem here to put eUnited in the lead.
Oh, Modem's just going to
tap out.
He's going to give it up. Like I said, eUnited's money's not in a good spot right now.
You're right.
And I mean, your re-aggression for eUnited coming back into that site was split, and so was Cloud9's defense. It came down to 2 1v1s between Golden and Cooper, or Golden and Marky rather, and then Modem and Rush. But still, I mean, Marky a little bit slow on the flick downwards, didn't anticipate that Golden was going to be up and underneath already outside of in the ramp room still, rather, at the bottom end of it. But Cloud9 take that round. Expensive for them too.
Yeah, that was a massive round for Golden there, moving his way towards outside, coming into that lower bomb site, able to take down the control player, I do believe, as well, to really open up Cloud9's opportunity in that bomb site. It will be 11-10 as Cloud9 are able to keep themselves in the lead, seeing eUnited now onto a force buy. Cooper, no armor as well on the op. Vandy, no armor with that Mag 7.
Armor would have been the difference maker in the last round, so let's see if Cooper can play a little bit cleaner with this op, a little bit more passive maybe on his angles, because any shot is going to send his shot downrange wildly, so it might even hit the ceiling of the floor, aim punch, who knows. So right now eUnited is looking to get away with murder having a weak shotgun. No armor on that shotgun either. Glass cannon for the Mag 7. He's up on top of the hut. And Marky's drawn first blood, as a matter of fact. That might have been just through the smoke casually, and Golden's unfortunate to receive that.
Yeah, that was completely through the smoke. Cooper now holding this tight angle towards the lower secret stairs. Rush looking like he wants to make his way down, but he isn't going to be doing that as Cajun B does get spotted outside. You're going to see him pushing towards the locker area right under Marky.
Marky is going to stay up on top of Heaven. Vanity wants to take a fight, but the wider he peeks out here, the longer and longer his angles get with a shotgun. So he'll fall back into the site right now. He needs to get into a hidey hole and just chill out. But wow, Cloud9's very passive about this.
They've got themselves in some great positions here to actually hold anybody who's overextending. But it does look like Marky will be the member as Rush gets taken down towards Mini. Modem does take down Cajun B towards Heaven, and just like that, eUnited find themselves in the front of this round.
Yeah, right back into the driver's seat. Automatic has his off. He's gotten 2, but he will not escape. Getting a lot done with very little and just putting your knights and your rooks in the right positions, even though Cloud9 was in a really strong spot. They didn't have, they had yielded the outside control. They just didn't have enough bodies to keep somebody at Secret Stairs side. That allows Cooper to come out from there, boldly peeking there because he's exposed to Mini, exposed to Red Box, exactly. He's exposed everywhere. And he turns and looks at Heaven and just has a field day.
Yeah, able to pick off Rush there, and that's what sets it all off, essentially. You're going to see Cloud9 respond by trying moving quickly towards inner, but Modem's already on the rafters area, able to defend that, as well as Marky there. He didn't get as involved, but still, good round from eUnited.
Vanity is exposed right now, and he realizes it. He will start to fall back, hearing footsteps all around him. In fact, he just underhands the grenade, thinking they could be rounding the corner at any time. It's a fast play for Cloud9. They throw some rapid smokes outside. Secret Stairs. Vanity's still down here taking the fight. He's on these angles that don't really favor him. And how rapid that play was, I'm surprised he's able to even get one with confidence. So a 1-for-1 trade, but Cloud9 are happy with that one. They've gotten themselves an AUG.
And now Golden, forcing his way towards lockers, is able to take down Cooper, but Food towards his dark spot finds Rush. And once again, a 2-on-2 ensues as Automatic takes down Modem towards the vents. The bomb has been planted, and it's on Marky here to keep eUnited in the fight.
Oh, he almost pre-fired the angle against Vice, taking the fight as well, long distance against Automatic. It's AUG versus AUG, but who has the armor, and who has the utility, and who has the kit? Oh, Automatic snuck out. He got out. It's going to be down to a spray. Marky might just hold this one, but Automatic has the angle to be able to swing on this. It's a flash there, and Automatic is able to get around the silo from that smoke that Marky dropped. He almost preemptively came out of Toxic, or Decon, just as that smoke blossomed. He was already behind silo instantly.
Yeah, that was actually so close there. Marky, great smoke, but it just blocks that much of his vision. If he was just that much higher on the ramp, he would have actually seen Automatic come out through that door.
That was an unfortunate one right there. Getting caught in the vents, Automatic killing Modem. And that was really the deal breaker because you had a 2-2 and you had control of the upper site and you were starting to filter down in the lower site. You didn't need to quite yet. You could play a retake. But Cloud9 end up picking up that round, doing a lot with just a handful of deagles and everything, upgrading to rifles and taking the round away.
Okay, Cloud9 not wanting to give up any unnecessary kill here. We'll be moving very slowly on this round while eUnited are on the force buy, looking for anything they might be able to find here to put themselves in an advantageous spot. Look at this push into Squeaky from Modem, as well as Vanity. They're able to find one. Modem takes down the second, and eUnited, just like that, find themselves in a 5-on-3.
These little ecos and force buys are the bane of either team's existence. They just can't get quite past the pugginess of where shotguns are and where pistols are. A dink is there too for Marky, drops Rush down to 2 HP. That'll be a welcome sight to just about anybody at any range, even with these lackluster weapons. Food's actually found the bomb. Thank you very much, kind sir. And he wants to upgrade to this AK. Unreal. At that distance as well, Cooper finishes off Rush, who was the wounded player. Food wants this AK at his feet, but it's going to give an audio cue and disarms him for a fraction of a second. The timing gods, are they against him? Golden comes down the ladder, flies out, he's got Food. Now where are the next ones? Modem actually just abandons him, and they'll allow them to recover the bomb.
Yeah, it's a wise choice from Modem, realizing that lobby is about to be crushed on. He needs to hightail it out of there as Golden makes his way out hot. Vanity on top, not able to connect with the mag on the first shot means Cooper's going to go down. And as that bomb moves into the lower bomb site, Vanity making his way down with an AK Dallas.
He's quick too. Got the upgrade. Oh, but he's stomping around. There's the peak. Automatic. Luckily enough, I mean, Vanity just really wanted to get into that site so fast that Automatic wouldn't have been able to escape, because once he plants that bomb, a lot of question marks come up. Did he go to ramp, or did he go into decon? Did he go stay behind the silo? Who knows? But he wanted to take that fight right there, right now. He loses the fight. He did hit the first shot, drew first blood against Automatic, but Automatic had the accuracy.
13-11 is our scoreline. Vandy will be putting a Mag 7 into his hands, but that's about it as eUnited look to be on a full eco here for the most part, just trying to save any money they can. Meaning Cloud9 moving on to that 14th round here momentarily, unless eUnited can hit some great shots.
This is really dangerous for eUnited. I talked about at the beginning of the match that it really is going to come down to the offers waking up. And we know Cooper is really, really good. He's been really great in this match. You're actually getting some good kills from Cooper, still on a P250. Get another one from me, Cooper. No, not going to be the case. So the eco round is just pushed aside.
Yeah.
Cloud9 take that. But with eUnited playing like this, their money's not really getting into a spot where Cooper can have his op and have armor and have utility on top of that. He blast cannons it this round. But
He's glass cannoned it, I do believe, around 3 or 4 times within this half,
yeah.
right?
So eUnited, it's like on Inferno, they're a different team when they have a full buy. If you give them a 90% buy, it's a 180-degree turn. eUnited's super strong if everybody's kitted up and has utility and has armor and everything the like. But eUnited just seem very soft and squishy when they don't have everything they need. Especially
with the lack of Molotovs on the eUnited side, that's just going to keep them into more of a passive approach. They can't really Molotov off anything that they want to clear out. They can't aggressively take positions on the map. Retakes become that much harder, and that's all going to be in the advantage of Cloud9 to exploit.
Well, this first set of smokes do fade. Cloud9 advancing to ramp room heavy. They leave Golden as well. He's going to be the extra man out that's gone down Secret Stairs uncontested. There's Cooper, as good as he may be, but it doesn't matter he had head armor or not. Rush is able to instantly decapitate and make it a 4v4. United have played really well when they're playing scrappy. Food's in the control room right now. Has Cajun B. That's the first. He's looking for the next as well. He realizes he's getting flanked. He's going to tuck into the corner, take the fight against Golden. Well played, and it's going to give the man advantage due to the heroic efforts of Food.
Now 3 members of eUnited now all moving down towards control. Automatic, that's a good Molotov here to separate him from the eUnited side. He's going to reset himself, take down Marky as Rush drops Vanity, leaving only Modem here.
And he has to cross into a super dangerous threshold. There was already a crossfire here to begin with, but he times it well enough that Rush isn't in instant position to trade. But wise from Automatic to just back off. There's no way he defuses his bomb. He takes a victory lap or a loss lap around the silo, and Cloud9 find themselves on 15.
Yeah, that was a great play from Automatic. You see him starting to get pressured towards that control stairs. He drops the Molotov at his feet, resets out through control window, drops towards that dark spot on the map, able to take down Vanity as well. This was also a lovely play from Food. Baiting the shot from Automatic, realizing that somebody will be coming from another angle to trade out, so he's not even going to pay attention to Automatic in that position. He's going to force himself to look at control stairs where he finds another kill onto Golden. So 2 great plays from some great players in that round.
Well, eUnited now are going to have SMGs, a couple pistols to back up those SMGs, and then a single FAMAS. And they'll tuck in and try and pull something off that Cloud9 haven't seen before, because that's what's needed. Cloud9 have seen just about every defensive strategy from eUnited so far, whether you're playing Secret Stairs or you're playing in the site, but really it's been eUnited. They've been fairly one-dimensional on their CT side. This bomb's been planted more often than it's not, it feels like.
I think that's just a testament to the type of buys that eUnited have had, right? When you have a buy that's so pressed on money, when you're not getting that much economy under your belt, there's only so many approaches to a round that you can have before it starts being some crazy plays that you're making, right?
There's an off angle.
And there you go. Cooper now holding that off angle, individual play out of him, able to take down Golden. His Vanity pushes onto Rush and drops him as well.
Almost turned it into a golf cast. Yes, it's very casual for eUnited doing so much with so few. They've upgraded to single AK here. But Cajun B and Automatic, they are paired up with Vice, but they still haven't even taken down any of the players that had off angles. You want those off angles to be peeled off with a trade. Automatic pokes into Mini. Vice almost takes Automatic's head off, but instead he takes 2. Vanity and Modem go down. It's down to a 1v2. difficult spot still for eUnited. If the bomb gets planted, Vice could manage to pull this off. But he's got 20 seconds. He needs to back all the way out and then go all the way back in. The thing is, eUnited, again, their defenders are split from one another.
Yeah, they're giving the opportunity to Vice to make something happen here. 10 seconds on the board. He opts to go towards that lower bomb site. He should be able to get this one down. 5 seconds. 4. Yeah, he's going to get the plant in time. So Cloud9 now, will they be able to close this one out? A 1v2 for Vice.
Yeah, Vice walks off the site. No, he's going to go right back into it. Yeah, okay, eUnited's still in it. They toss their chips into the hat. They say all in. One Cloud9 are at 15, and they do it with SMGs and a single FAMAS and a pistol. So, like I said, these force buy rounds and these eco rounds have really actually been more of a problem to both teams than the full buy rounds.
Yeah, eUnited now, they've got a little bit more cash in their pockets. Cooper can drop an M4 or AUG to someone, as well as food being able to drop. Will give eUnited the opportunity to get some more utility on their belt in efforts to stay afloat, but will they be able to do it?
All right, 3 more rounds. 3 more opportunities for Cloud9 to just close it. If they do lose this round, they'll have to yield out another round. And really, this round is the difference between it ends in 28 or it ends in 30. So we'll see what ends up playing out. It's a little bit shortchanged for Cloud9. Cajun B has a Desert Eagle. He's playing with that. And eUnited have all their guns. They have all their armor up there, too.
Couple smokes coming towards that outer yard here from Cloud9, but they aren't really going to act upon it. Just moving very slowly towards that secret stairs. Yeah,
they waited to see if there's any spam coming through it. Instead, it was just a flashbang, a single flashbang. So does that show the hand of eUnited? Do they feel like maybe it's not all that as cracked up to be when it comes to the rifles? They're about to be met with Vanity. Just 2-round burst, and he falls immediately back. Not wanting to take that fight, not wanting to be the first player to fall and then leave the team in a deficit. Nobody wants to be that speed bump for their own team. Good damage has been dealt against Cloud9, however, more than 50 damage to Rush, 20 damage to Golden as well. They have this lower control room control. The smokes come out. They'll smoke off both sides of the ramp room. Food, though, right up and in their face. Hey, guys, I'm on the low side. Sight ramp. He'll take 2. Turning back around as well at distance.
Third.
Food coming up massive, almost with the 4th as well. Vice is at 1 HP in a dream. Vanity's knocking on the door, but Golden, he's got the knocker. It's a 2v2. How wounded are your Cloud9 players, though? Modem and Marky healthy to the walking wounded of Vice and Golden.
Combined 23 HP here on the Cloud9 members, and look at this audible that they're calling. Moving out of the site now. Golden looking towards these vents with 20 seconds coming upon the clock now. Vice is going to head towards heaven as well.
They got 20 seconds.
This is great.
Golden's going to have to start. He can't walk this entire distance. Modem's right behind him,
I think Modem saw just his tail end.
Okay, so, well, Modem's there. It's a foot race, like walking foot race. Now Golden just picks up the pace, and that will cue eUnited to race up there as well. Golden's going to have to plant this bomb
he's
in the open. He
actually
missed the bomb plant right up. Okay, and Marky just ducks in. He takes this fight after the fact, and Vice gets clocked. That's not going to have too much of an impact, considering it's going to be an eco round anyway.
Yeah, looking at the round, however, for Cloud9, yeah, it was a great idea coming out from him. I actually thought that we'd see the vents get called into play from Golden there, and just going up through the entire secret stairs area is what bit him on that round. But I love the idea. I love the fact that regardless of HP, they're going to take that chance, because if they had made it towards the upper side and got that bomb planted, it could have been a much different round for C9.
That lower halls chase walking was like some of
the most intense.
It was the slowest pursuit I've ever seen.
Spy versus spy.
Yeah, it was very, very slow. And so this, more likely than not, is going to end up going to 30 rounds. The only thing I can compare that foot race to, the walking foot race, is some of these slow speed pursuits that you see out here in Los Angeles sometimes. Let's just go the speed limit. Maybe they won't notice. So at range, you'll be able to take the fight against the Glocks and P250s, no problem. But what a round. I mean, Food's just stacking up some bodies right now. He's actually catapulted himself from the bottom frag position to be right into the meat and potatoes of the rest of the eUnited squad. Not only this round, which are eco rounds, eco kills, whatever, but that last round, when he was on that ramp in that lower site, he just stood up and stood up tall.
Tremendous effort out of him. Great timing there, catching at least 2 control players off, and then putting his attention on towards that decontamination area.
Crazy.
And picking up the third, allowing eUnited the opportunity to even be in that round, because if Food goes down there, I mean, that's pretty much the entire lower bomb site opened up.
Yeah. Now, if this does go into overtime, it's MR316K, and there has been, I mean,
I think MR316K definitely favors
benefits
eUnited.
Yeah, for sure.
I love how I knew that's what you were
knew
We're
where
on
I
the
was
same
going.
wavelength today, Dal.
I mean, we talk to each other every now and then. You know, we
You know,
cast every
couple
day.
years, couple years.
Yeah. So if eUnited are able to win this round, I do feel that they'll actually manage to take the overtime series. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Cloud9 do have a purchase for themselves. It does not include the op though.
Comes down to the wire here in regulation. Can Cloud9 win map 2 16-14 and push us on to map 3? Or will eUnited take this one and close out the series in overtime?
You know who's having a great game? Modem.
Okay.
Modem's up there right now. He's above 1 KDR. He's at 22 and 21, but it's been a slugfest. There's no really one player that's standing out. There was at one time. Automatic was doing really well. He's been rather muted for the past handful of rounds, it seems, though. And that has allowed some of your lower players to kind of steal the spotlight, steal the limelight. eUnited are going to play outside aggressive, though. There is some smokes in here. Cooper, though, just on the outside of the red box. This is something Cloud9 haven't seen, though.
Yeah, Golden's poking and prodding by himself. Cooper taking this angle now. Is he able to find Golden? I think they know each other's here. Cooper actually sees the feet. Yeah. But Cooper will be able to take down Golden there. I actually thought Golden was going to have the opportunity. There was a flashbang that came in as well for Golden to peek by that red box, just not able to pull it off.
All right, so Golden will be benched for the remainder of relegation. And now you've got a man advantage for eUnited. They, too, don't have an op either. I'm really surprised. I thought they would be able to field that, but they don't. Instead, it's just full rifles, and they want to make sure it's done with automatic gunfire. A lot of utility, too. We're passing the 1 minute mark, and a fresh salvo of smokes come out. But Cloud9 don't really seem like they want to take the fight quite yet. On Inferno, a lot of their approaches started about the 35, 30-second mark. So it looks like they're starting to approach the squeaky door at 45 now.
Yeah, door should be opened up momentarily. I imagine Modem will be Molotov'd out by Rush here. Yeah, here comes that Molotov. Anybody peeking onto him? Marky is able to take down Vice, and Modem just moves out from that molly, gets away with 14 HP.
Casual. Oh, but Cooper finishes him off, and that's going to give Cloud9 more than a chance. Food needs the 1v2 clutch. He's going to bide his time, but swinging out to his outside is Rush. He's just beneath the silo. Food's trying to deal with 2 objects right now, but him dropping in has stopped the bomb plant. It's going to come down to frags, no matter how you look at it, and Food at 20 HP is looking left and right, but Rush takes the kill and ends it in the 30th round. Just when you thought eUnited were going to have more than a chance, it is all squandered on the entry